All right, we still have the best case to do, and there's a couple ways of doing it. One is to click this and hit auto select. We'll just do that, and we'll just see what it does. And then I still go back and I pretty much look at each of those individually anyway. I know I want to push them pretty much to the ends to see what the technologies can do. Most of the time, I don't select the VRF package. Just a it's kind of a technical experience that the bases, the installations may or may not have. Okay, so if they're using those in their buildings or they're comfortable with that equipment, then you can look at that alternative and add it in. But remember, we're trying to meet the needs of our clients, not push our bias on them. And if we want to bring data to them, not necessarily all of our opinions. And so that's why working with them and determining how you want to go with all these things, is the best way to proceed here. So, like I said, we want to push it because we want to see what we can do. We want to push the say this push the envelope some, and we're pushing the envelope here, yes, but we're also going to push some of the other technologies, and these technologies are set up to where the path here is, yeah, we're pushing it, but it's still not overly optimistic, and I'll just put it that way, for these things. And so I look through those things and look at what we typically do to push them. And we already looked at the money on that thing, so we have a pretty good idea of what these costs and how that comes out. When we look at this package here, I know that it's based on the energy recovery package. Remember, we that was all looked at, and we looked at all those based ons in our base case. So that's all been done. So all we have to do here is select packages the way we see it, the way we like it. And here it's kind of a deal. It's like, do we want the solar thermal or not? And so we could stop here at the equipment package, or we can push it to the solar thermal package. And if it's planned to meet the ASA, I think we have to have 30%. So we go ahead and put the solar thermal package on there. And if it works, then it'll work well. And this location is Champaign, so let's just go out there and just take a quick look. So we see it's definitely an investment when we get out there, and so yeah, it's a tough call. In this case, the what I just saw over there, I wouldn't put it on that one. On the plan ones, I know I'm kind of required, so I'll put it on there. And this is fairly typical to here. On the school, I want to take a quick peek out there, look at that solar thermal, or stop at the cool roof. And it looks like it's pretty much an investment out there as well. I'm not getting any buyback here. That's the biggest problem, is I'm investing and I'm not really seeing much change here. So I don't want to spend. And it's because you're looking at the amount of hot water that's actually used in schools, and it's not necessarily that big. Not like a barracks. Barracks people are living there. All right. This is a physical fitness center, so I do want to see what that solar thermal package looks like out here. Yeah, let's see a little bit of a buy up, not much of a change out there. My offices, yep, we'll definitely look at cool roof. Envelope, envelope. Yeah, what the heck? Let's keep the daylighting package in there. The hotel. We got people living there. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's quite a bit of buy up there. Stop there at the Gib. Gib's a general instruction building. It's another It's an Army instruction building. Let's see what that drain water recovery looks like. I'm seeing a couple percent increase there. Let's see what that looks like with money. Yep, we'll try it. And okay, hit save. And this is stuff that you, the information that you get talking with your client, talking with the maintenance people, getting a feel for what how aggressive they're willing to go with different technologies. And so it's a lot of conversation with them during the data collection time, and working with them in the workshops. All right, so what we see is we get about I'm just coming straight here to the energy intensity, from 71 to 61. We see that the investment went up to looks like it went to 88 million. Yep, 88 million. And it's really close on that annualized cost. You went from 678 to 677. So it's pretty flat on the annualized cost, even with that investment. And so if you think about that curve, we're kind of coming up to that point where we're investing in our buildings. We do have more energy efficiency, but we're investing a fair amount to get that extra 10 kBTUs per foot squared out of our building stock. And so we see it's that difference from 88 or 89 to 57, so about 20 million more to get that. But on an annualized basis, it's pretty flat. So, like I said, we don't make the decision here. We would make it at the installation end. We may need to put that investment in there if it's more of a photovoltaic and a battery system. We may need to put the investment into the building to get that load as low as possible. So it might be a better investment to put it here than in the infrastructure side, but that's not a decision we make now. We make that at the end when we have all the data in. So that's always the key there.